So how to actually get the film look that everybody wants. So not letting your image go mushy, keeping your colors really nice, not muddy, getting the right exposure and texture to your image. And just before we get started, here is the finished result. So I love the texture, I love the colors. Let's come back out, let's reset, come back in. This is out of camera, the colors are pretty horrible, really weird purplish blues up in the sky. All this warmth around here. It looks strange. There's no direction in the colors. There's no intention with them. There's no dominant color. And then the texture and the brightness isn't soft. So bring it back. Yeah, let's go over how to achieve this really nice film look. So I'll show you how to go from this out of camera, very harsh, very digital, and we're going to go into this filmy, stylized look. So fade, texture, the colors, a color theme, softness to the image, really nice soft light rather than this really digital harsh light. If you're in color and editing mastery, you have the settings and the raw images to follow along, so you can just learn. But if you're not, just hang around in this video because I'll show you everything. We've got the settings up here. We've got his raw image because I've done so many tutorials on him before. He's one of my favorite photographers because he's such a good example of knowing how to work with color. Okay, let's get into this tutorial. I want to cover the settings. So 2.8, 24mm, ISO 200, fast shutter because it's nice and bright. 2.8 gives a little bit of a blurry background, but if I show you the cropping, we'll just zoom out and then come back in. You can see we've punched in a lot there anyway. Okay, so let's enable profile corrections. Now it's come up, just drop the contrast. We want a soft look. We're going to work in the curves now. So I'm just trying to match up his edit from his Instagram and teach you guys the process of doing that, okay? Like I've done over 500 of these tutorials now. Okay, sometimes digital images are very bright, like the film look has a lot to do with exposure and smooth highlights. So we just don't want too much contrast with the image is quite bright. So as you can see, we just made the image darker. We don't have these intense whites. And then in this curve, I just this is all about the blacks and just getting a very, very subtle softness to the blacks. Again, we just don't want that harsh look that digital gives. So just ever so slightly. We don't want to make it too obvious. Okay, back up top. We just need to cool it down a lot. So that was pretty important, that one. That's about right there. So we obviously need to add more blues, which we will do. It's just while we're here, bring up saturation and vibrance. Film is on the punchier side. Let's come to color grading. So here we have the shadows. So this will be her hair, and then the midtones, and then the highlights. So I'm going to put a lot of blue. You can see on the top of her head there is a lot of blue. So we're going to come into shadows, and I'm just going to put this to 29. Okay, so lots of blue in the shadows. So midtones, I'm kind of looking at this blue tone over here. Very, very purple at the moment. So I'm going to move the greens, get this green tone in here. And then the highlights, something similar with more blue. Now our colors look a little funny right now, but these are the colors we want. Just if you ever want to get to a more advanced level of editing, like the other tutorials out there, they are so vague in how to color grade. You gotta use it with the curves, you gotta use color grading, and all these tools are really interlinked. That's how you get these next level, these pro level edits, and all these different styles that I've been creating over the last 8 years now. Any style cohesively in different lighting. That's why this looks bad right now, okay? Because you don't just rely on one tool. It's not until I come and work in the curves that you'll see that these adjustments are what we need, okay? So he has this cyan color, and that's what, so I just want a bit more of that, okay? We want more, even more of that color. So I'm gonna drag here, about here, and here, about there. So let's fix up some skin tones, let's change the yellows here. We need the skin to pop out of the image, so let's increase the blues. Maybe some exposure overall. Yeah, it's bright in the image a lot. Okay, and let's just decrease the contrast a bit. Flatten just a touch. Shadows. So, like when I'm trying to match these people's edits, so just like how far into these dark areas can I see? Okay. Just do that to match up to his whites. Okay, so very common to drop the whites for a filmy look, and then a bit of a softness by bringing up the blacks. Okay, getting there, but because we did so much bluey green in the color grading here, I'm just going to slide this one to the right a bit. Okay. See how that takes out the shadows, like green. So we're just going to go towards the purple. So it it helps the skin tones a little bit. Let's try to finish up skin tone and all our image. So let's watch what happens when I drop the yellows. Get all this blue. We want more blue. Dropping the yellows does that. Okay, there's quite a bit of red in her skin tone, so we need to boost those. Green, there's a lot of green in the water. I can see that, maybe. So let's drop that to get a pure blue. Let's drop aqua and blue, sky. We need to come down. Okay, orange. Skin tone pop a little bit. Yellow. Go with that. Let's give a shine to the sky. Just matching his. Okay, let's try fine tune. So finally what I want to do is mess with the blue curves, okay? So let's just, some more warmth here. Maybe some blue in the mids. Touch more vibrance. I'm going to come back into the red curve and just play with some skin tones, a bit more red in the mids. Maybe a bit too much blue in the mids. Want more warmth and yellow. And we get pretty close there. I think maybe more blue. So maybe down here. Something like that. And equally important to color is texture. So I've seen a few people do different things to get the film look for texture, but this one is quite soft. So minus, and then that brightens things a bit. So let's go dehaze. But then that warmed things up a little bit, I feel. So let's just a bit more blue. Or less blue here. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Maybe the yellows just tiny bit more maybe. And when we're down here for sharpening, we just want to keep it quite soft. So if you hold Option and slide masking, we're gonna go for about 38. So kind of the big lines. Okay, there's one other thing I haven't shown you is these masks. Okay, so we've got a big one out to the left. And I'm just blooming the image a little bit. So just out to the left here, we just got some whites. Okay. Just gonna create a little bit of a flare. Quite a bit actually. Just creates a glow and a haze that is very common for film. And then on the subject, I didn't show you this before because it would mess with our colors, but we've got just a mask on the subject here. And if I just turn the mask on and off, so that's off. on. So all I did was reduce exposure, okay, bring exposure down, increase a bit of contrast, increase the whites, highlights, and a little bit of saturation of the subject, just to make the subject pop a little bit. So there's the masks, okay, so the subject stands out a little bit more, just a little bit, and there we have it. Reset. So really digital, really harsh. We've got weird purpley blues up in the sky. It's too warm, so like we had to do so much. The contrast, it's so sharp and digital looking. We just really smoothed it out. So if we come back, now let's zoom in. That's way more filmy. If you want to know how to use the curves and color and Lightroom to achieve whatever direction you want or get the same results as pros, I've paid countless pros to all teach in one place, and it's the #1 course in the world to learn Lightroom, and learn to actually control Lightroom to get styles and understand the why behind adjustments and get the most out of your really expensive camera equipment. So you can join over 1,000 students now in color and editing mastery, and hope to see you in there. Catch you in the next one.